are essentially now borrowing money to pay the interest on money we've already borrowed. This is outrageous. Hi everybody, Dallas Brody here with an update from today's budget announcement from the Minister of Finance, Brenda Bailey. We're going to give you some of the critical data points. As it stands now, our province is going to have $154 billion in debt, and that is projected to climb to $235.5 billion in 2 years. So that's the equivalent of adding $74 million per day to our debt year over year between now and 2028. What we've heard today is the provincial deficit has now ballooned to $13.3 billion. It was going to be $11.1 billion, but we were told today it's now up to $13.3 billion. Let's put that in context. The state of California only has a deficit of around $3.8 billion, and their population is about 4 times or 5 times as large as ours. And here we are with a $13 billion deficit. The other thing you need to know is that what we are now going to be paying per year, just servicing the debt, is $3.8 billion. So that's $3.8 billion just in interest payments. And let's be clear, that doesn't include principal payments. That's just the interest, guys. In terms of interest payments, actual amount comprises 3.85% of the entire provincial spending for the province. That's just going to interest. So that interest payment is actually larger than the annual budget for the Minister of Public Safety and the Ministry of Children and Family Development. Think about that. So let's come back to that number of interest payments. $3.8 billion being spent this year. That number is going to climb to $6.4 billion by 28-29. And it gets worse. The interest payment is going to jump from 3.85% of our budget up to 6.2% in the year 2028. That's a big jump. Because the government is running a $13.3 billion deficit, we are essentially now borrowing money to pay the interest on money we've already borrowed. This is outrageous. There's a word for this, a new word to learn. It's called fiscal churn. This means you borrow money to pay off money you've already borrowed. Fiscal churn. New word for all of us to learn. It's outrageous. Okay, there's some more bad news here, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but here it is. The province's debt to GDP ratio is now crossing a threshold of 30%, which could well lead to yet another downgrade in our credit rating. What will this mean? When your credit rating gets downgraded, it means the interest rates that you have to pay on your loans goes up. So that means the interest payments that I've just highlighted to you could become even more substantial if we get another credit downgrade. And there's a good chance we're going to get that credit downgrade. No household could ever operate their finances this way. It's impossible. You can only do this when you have unlimited access to taxpayers' money to pay your debt. But the truth is, we are running out of money, and this is on all of you. It's not these ministers and people paying the debt. It is all of us. We are paying. There's only one taxpayer, and this is getting out of control. It is out of control. The problem is this BC NDP government has a massive spending problem. I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that we need big spending cuts in British Columbia. Only a one BC government will do the deep spending cuts that need to be made, but we would also add to that tax cuts for all of you, because we believe that you will spend your money better than the government can spend it.